Hello everybody, my name is Fabian Lopez and today we will be doing a read aloud, think aloud, and I will be reading the text. The reason we were so good and continue to be so good was because he forces you to develop an inner love among the players. It is much harder to give up on your buddy than it is to give up on your coach. I really believe that over the years the teams I played on were almost unbeatable in tight situations. When we needed to get that 6 inches, we got it because of our love for each other. Our camaraderie existed because of the kind of person Joe was. So for text to text, this reminds me of a quote that Michael Jordan once said, "Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championship." So in a scenario where there's a football team of 50 players, not all the football players on that team will get playing time. There's going to be games where some may not even go to the field other than warm-ups. For instance, if that team was a successful team and played as a team, each of those players would understand why one of them would be sitting on the bench and the other would be getting the majority of the reps during the game. And as a text to self, this reminds me of my JV basketball team where, for instance, in the varsity level, those who don't make it to the varsity level get dropped down to JV. So those who were close to making it to varsity, then they would be automatically the starters. Therefore, I would, for instance, if I was a sophomore and they were a junior, they would be playing ahead of me. So as a team player, I would have to accept that role and show support towards my team. As for a text to the world, this reminds me about the 49ers football team. When Alex Smith got hurt and Colin Kaepernick, the backup quarterback, came in, and the first game he was rusty, but the second game he performed pretty well that they gave him the starting position for the rest of the season, even though the original starter got better. He played all the way until the Niners reached the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, they lost. But Alex Smith played the role as a professional and showed support towards Colin Kaepernick. Alright, so now I will be reading the quote and slowly breaking it down. The reason we were so good and continue to be so good was because he forces you to develop an inner love among the players. So what I think this sentence is trying to say is that the coach, which in this instance Joe Paterno, is trying to make his football players have some kind of bond to where they could trust each other and respect each other depending on their role. And then he says, it is much harder to give up on your buddy than it is to give up on your coach. So once you build that trust and that relationship towards a teammate, then obviously it's going to create a friendship, and it's going to lead to where you pretty much, if you give up, you're not going to fail your coach, you're going to fail your teammate, which he's probably your friend. I really believe that over the years the teams I played on were almost unbeatable in right situations, in tight situations. So pretty much what it's saying, that once you build that trust and that relationship as teamwork, then you become a team, and then when you need to push, that team will push each other. When we needed to get that 6 inches, we got it because of our love for each other. So once it's established teamwork, then you've done it. Our camaraderie existed because of the kind of person Joe was. So that was pretty much Joe Paterno's little summary of teamwork. That's it.